What's up, Madden 17 fans? Today's video is going to share with you a really good play to beat Nickel Blitz 2 in Madden NFL 17. The play comes from the Denver Broncos. The formation is the doubles weak. So the Denver Broncos offensive playbook and the formation is doubles weak. And I found this just messing around, honestly. Wasn't really looking for it, but it just kind of came about. So here's the play. It's called Broncos Fake Rub, and it's really powerful play. And it reminds me a lot of a play that I ran in Madden 13 called Giants Slot Trail. So here's how this works. Basically, the way Nickel Blitz works, there's a couple of options. So the first thing that you can do with this is just run it stock. And if you run it stock, what you're going to find is the running back is going to pick up that Nickel Blitzer there on that right side, and it's going to give you time to kind of get this deep pass to the circle over here on this right side of the screen. Personally, I believe that that's not the best way to run this play. The best way to run this play is to actually put the running back on a route that we really haven't seen much this year, and I'll show it to you in a second here. I want to show you one more user catch. We really haven't seen this route that much this year, but it's actually very powerful with this play, and that is to place the running back on a wheel route. When you place the running back on a wheel route, this play completely changes how it works. So what you want to do is, in virtually every situation that you're probably going to face against a cover 2 look, you want to put the running back on a wheel route. You want to smart route Terrence Williams so that he doesn't take an hour and a half to make a cut. And this now mimics somewhat of a Z-spot type of route. You want to take Cole Beasley. You want to motion him in. I actually take him in quite a bit. Okay, so I bring him in almost to the line of scrimmage. Some people would say, well, you just need to give him a little baby motion. To me, I just like more exaggerated motion on this play. And when you're facing Nickel Blitz, you're going to want to hit, there I motioned him a little too much, but you're going to want to hit Ezekiel Elliott out of the backfield. As you can see there, it really is a very powerful play. Here's why. For some reason, this route to Dez Bryant, and I was just messing around, I tested it this morning. This route to Dez Bryant, he's on like an inverted streak. And what it does is it allows a weird mechanic, and the corner kind of just stays with him. And so it's just, they'll stay with Dez Bryant. They'll kind of go with him. I think it's because he's on a vertical releasing pattern. And what you can see here is that Ezekiel Elliott is literally wide open in the flat. I haven't really tried a swing route, but let's look at a swing route here and show you what that looks like. Unfortunately, we got hit here. We'll put him on a swing, and then we'll take Cole Beasley. You don't really have, I think Cole Beasley motion, I think it just works best with mechanics. If you put him on a swing route, as you can see, it still works very effectively. Personally, I think the wheel route works a little better. So the one adjustment that the opponent's going to be able to make that's going to be able to stop this is if they play hard flats. So we'll show you what happens in the instance if they play hard flats. If we try to fit this route in, as you can see, we can still kind of manually catch it, but it's not clean, it's not crisp. However, what this allows us to do is once they play hard flats, it's actually worse for the defense. Because what happens is when they try to play a hard flat coverage, you're going to see here, we're going to be able to high point pass to Dez Bryant in the seams for a manual user catch right over the seams. So just high point it by holding L1 or LB, depending on what console you use, and you're just going to user catch it, just kind of cut it off just like we always do. Once they go hard flat, you just kind of know. And boom, there it is. Now, what is going to happen is that's going to then force them to say, okay, well, maybe we can get away with some type of too high man coverage, cross man, that kind of thing. Well, what happens in this play specifically is you get a nice little man switch. Cole Beasley is going to be able to beat his man because he's got high route running in the slot. If none of that works, if none of those options work, what's really cool about this play is you have the backside to really beat man-to-man. This corner route to Jason Witten is beautiful. It's like a deep out route. It does a very good job at beating man-to-man coverage. The other thing that you have on this play, and again, there's just a lot of things that you can do in one play, a lot of things for them to stop. In my opinion, this is the best play to beat too high coverage. This route to, whoops, we got sacked there. It took him a little long to break. When they go to cover 3, which is inevitable, they kind of have to, right? There's no other real coverage they can run against this. When they go to cover 3 defense, what you're going to do is you're going to hit this really deep post route and try to use or catch it. You can do that. Another thing you can do is you can actually hit the, and we forgot to smart route the guy. but you can actually hit Cole Beasley on his little trail route at different points. That's the beauty of it. It's going to come wide open over the middle of the field. Now, the reason that I kind of don't like to rely on that route, even though it's very reliable, is that most people that you face are going to use the middle of the field. So you can't necessarily rely on attacking the short middle. But as you can see here, very, very effective against cover 3. And if they play it wrong, what you'll find is you'll be able to hit the deep post route to Terrence Williams here on the backside. So I actually recommend maybe subbing in like Bryce Butler or some other big guy than Terrence Williams. To me, he drops it. But again, that's just kind of some of the things that you want to, principles you want to use. But guys, I'm telling you what, this play, in my opinion, is the best play I've seen to be able to truly, consistently beat that nickel blitz. Now, one thing you're going to have to kind of learn is this season, wheel routes are a little finicky. They're a little difficult to throw. So what you need to do is wait in the pocket for his icon for him to start cutting upfield. Once he cuts upfield, then he is able to be throwing the ball. Okay, so just something that you want to check out there. Another thing that I've been testing, I haven't actually tried this yet, but just kind of, this is what I used to do with giant slot trail. If you motion Ezekiel Elliott outside, now it creates a really unique little thing that you have going on. And what will actually happen, in my opinion, what you'll find happens here is Dez Bryant should come open for that manual user catch over the middle every single time now, because he's right in the seam here. It's a very tender window, something you can mess with if you're looking at something that you need like an end of the game style of play. But in my opinion, the play works best to just motion Cole Beasley in, and then voila, this is wide open. Okay, so just something for you guys to mess around with. Again, this is the Denver Broncos playbook. My opinion, this is the best way to beat Nickel Blitz 2 right now. So go over to your practice mode, to your games, try it out, and let me know if this works. If it doesn't work for you, let me know and I'll work on something else. But I really, truly believe this is one of the better ways that I have seen to beat the Nickel Blitz 2 in Madden 17.